Welcome to Mission Sonlight. Today our team visits the land of the morning calm. The Republic of South Korea sits on the southern portion of the Korean peninsula. Today, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Korea has 705 congregations with membership of more than 250,000 members. These brothers and sisters are neighbors to more than 76 million people throughout the nation. With changes taking place in the country, the Korean Adventist Church is preparing to minister in a new location.
Sejong City is the new multifunctional administrative city in Korea.
Happiness Church in Sejong has met since October 2015 under Pastor Sujin Kwan.
When government announced that they will build a new city here, and at the time our church members and pastors in Chungcheon Conference started to pray for this area. Many people moved to this city, and among them there are some church members, and they asked Chungcheon Conference to build a new church here.
Pastor Choi Byung-kun was instrumental in the establishment of the congregation.
After retiring in February 2014 as a pastor, I came to this city, my hometown. This place is a very important place where leading members of our government are. This is a very important place for our country as well. I discussed founding a church in this city with our local conference.
So all the church members in Chungcheon Conference, they prayed for this area in the church, and they offered special offering for this church.
The conference arranged for the present location for our church in August of 2015. We finally had our first worship service here in October of 2015.
Chungcheon Conference, they bought a new land for a big church in this city, and so we have land there. It is close from this church.
When the congregation first began meeting, there were about 40 members. Today, the group has grown to about 80 members.
There are many older people, 60, 70, 80, about 35%. Most of them are retired people, and they moved here in this city after their retirement. And we have very few young adults, and we have less than 10 young families.
The number of the church members is rapidly growing. We need to accommodate them. As you can see, our church is overcrowded. We need to build a new church building for our new church members and allow them to join in the preaching of the gospel in this community.
With new members, the church wanted a way to unite everyone as a church family.
A lot of new church members have come from all over the country to join our church. We needed to be united under the Bible, so all of our church members started transcribing the Bible, and our Bible was dedicated to God this last January.
While transcribing the Bible, I realized that God's words can join our life directly and lead it. During this time, all of the church members followed the church's decision of transcribing the Bible and took part. I think we have become one in Jesus while transcribing God's words.
The church in Sejong City recognizes that they must reach out to the residents in this region with new methods.
We need to approach them in a different way. For example, there are so many young people here, and their number one concern is education of their children. So we need to help their children to be educated. So we do better have education center in our church, and we can teach them several things. We can teach them English, and we can teach them computers, and at the same time we can teach them Bible.
Raising awareness for healthy living is another way to minister in the community.
In the building, we will have church for this city, and we will have several centers for this city. So we will have a health mission center there, and we will have center of influence, and we will have education center there. So we will draw people to God through those programs.
We would like to hold series of seminars on health. We would like to show how we can live in a healthy way by introducing how to cook and eat vegetables, healthy food, and crops which God has supplied. Treatment using hydrotherapy will be one of the best ways to preach the Gospels.
Mr. Lee Chung-koo is one of the new members who has been touched by the ministry of the Happiness Church.
I started to seriously study the Bible in June of 2016. I did not know about the Seventh-day Adventists at all at that time. Later, I was able to find the sources of E.G. White's writings and finally found that there is a church which publishes her writings. I read early writings and life sketches of James and Ellen White to know better about her. I thought all the stories might be made up ones at first. While reading her writings, however, I realized that those writings could not be made up. Since I have studied, focusing on her writings and the Bible, I learned great lessons from the Bible and her writings.
Sejong City will grow and grow. We do not know what this city will be like in the future. What is clear is that our city will play a role as an administrative capital. More and more church members will come and join us too, because the city is growing. We need to allow them to join the mission activities systematically, so we need a large-scale church.
When a visitor comes to our church, we have to first make him comfortable in staying at church. Systematic steps for accepting beginners are quite necessary. Of course, church is a holy place, but it was Jesus who came to the lost first. Likewise, we need to open our church and supply our neighbors with opportunities to learn more about God.
We would like to thank all of the World Church members for their earnest prayer and generous donations. We would like to build one of the best churches in Korea and try our best to preach the Gospels.
I want to say thank you, all the church members in the world. It'll be very helpful for us to have offerings to build our new church, and it will be a good gift for us to share our gospel in this area. So I want to say thank you, and please keep praying for us and for our church.
On Sabbath, September 29, you will have the opportunity to bless our brothers and sisters in the Northern Asia Pacific Division. Your gift will make a difference in the lives of others as they hear the story of Jesus through various community ministries. Reporting from Sejong City and uniting the Seventh-day Adventist Church and Missions, we are the media missionaries of Network 7 Media Center, and this is Mission Sonlight.